So thanks for joining. So we have about 20 minutes, so I don't think we're going to get through it today, but I'm making a movie using AI tools. Some of the AI tools that I want to use, Gen 2 by Runway ML is the current hotness, which is a text to video prompt machine transformer. Then I also have Leonardo AI, which is pretty recent hotness. You could say it's also current hotness in a slightly different space, which is prompt to image. So this is like a Midjourney competitor, and I actually prefer it. You can do commercial use and stuff like that, like 6 times cheaper. It's kind of a simplification, but I prefer Leonardo to Midjourney. I've used Leonardo already to create, for example, this coding ninja in my recent Mastering LeetCode article on HackerNoon. Check that out, just to give you a feel for some of the things that I do with the art. I have not used Gen 2. So that's kind of like what this video is about, is let's see if we can use Gen 2. And then I also just want to use CapCut because what I want to do is put text over the video. So I'll explain what the video is shortly. There's going to be 2 versions, one with text and one without text. And so I can use CapCut to stitch the Leonardo pictures, the pieces from Runway, maybe add some transitions and definitely add some text. So the real editing in CapCut here is just transitions and stitching in text. And then also I'll apply some music here as well. We might use AI music. Probably we should use AI music when we get there. And I do have a tool that I like for that too. That's called SoundRaw. So let's go ahead and pull it up. Okay, and I have a kind of like a storyline that I already created. And this is called The Love of Typing. So it's a love story about programming. And the short version of this is that programming languages get jealous of typing. And they throw a fit, and then the offended party responds in kindness and love and gives them types. And so it's a happy ending. And a little more, and so here's the 2 versions. One version is going to just be narrative, and then the user's going to try and figure it out. And they might not even know that it has anything to do with programming. It might look like a sort of like a short film, a story of jealousy and responding in kindness. And so that's my goal, is that it can come off as just a fictional narrative of its own story. And yet there's like coding Easter eggs in every scene. And so I would like to have these 2 forms. And in the second form, like all of the Easter eggs are basically labeled. So it becomes really obvious. So that's kind of my idea. We'll see how far we can get. And then specifically TypeScript is going to be this cool character, and it has the types, and Ruby, Python, and JavaScript are all going to end up jealous. And at the end, TypeScript will give them types. So it'll give MyPy to Python, Sorbet to Ruby, and it will give TypeScript, I guess, maybe JavaScript type hints to JavaScript. That's the idea of like giving types to those languages. Okay, so here's the detailed story. There are 16 scenes. I think it's a short film, and there are going to be these 16 scenes. And we might want to do a list of characters so that I can do image to image with Leonardo and say, hey, this character is Ruby. This character is the Python guy. Do you know any Rust? Yeah, I do, but that's not what we're doing today. Okay. Since we only have about 15 more minutes, part of me wants to just try and blitz through and see if we get lucky, but I'm very confident that we're not going to get lucky. So I think the right thing to do is to create the various assets sort of individually, and then I can use image to image prompting to say, hey, by the way, Gen 2 is multimodal. So you can speak to it with images in addition to text, and also Leonardo. Let's launch the app. I'm already whitelisted. So I can pick like this Leonardo diffusion will generate with this model, and you can see Where is the button? It lets you pick. So by default, it is text-based prompting. But you can also, yeah, if you go on the left and scroll down, there is image to image. So you can upload an image and do image to image. Cool. So let's try the Blitz. I think it's not going to work, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. And if we do get lucky, I guess that's the only shot we'll get it done in this video. Otherwise, we're going to do 2 videos. I'm really fine either way. Okay, so in the opening scene are on the hands of a man typing on a typewriter. And it appears to be rainy outside. Okay, so let's prompt. Close this. Leonardo diffusion. I think this is fine. Let's see if I want to switch the model. I want to do like a Great Gatsby vibe. So one of these has like a vintage vibe. Maybe we do this vintage style photography vibe. I don't know. I've never used this one. Okay. The hands of a man typing on a typewriter on a desk with a window behind the typewriter. It appears to be evening outside. Cool, let's go with that. Yo, Poppy Sensei. What's up, Poppy Sensei? Good to see you. Hey, I'm in my YouTube era. You should totally go sub my YouTube. Okay, so this one is a maybe. Let's do another set. The house, the scene is in the 1930s, and the scene, can I just say vibe? And the scene vibe is reminiscent. Bro, how do you spell reminiscent? Reminiscent. Of Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby. I already think actually the second picture is fine, but let's go for this. Same username. Yeah, and also the link is in my bio, and yeah, it's the same username. No, the username is John Vandeveer. So it's the same like tag or whatever. This is terrible, right? Where's the paper? Yo, none of these pictures actually have paper. The hands of a man typing on a typewriter on a desk with a window behind the typewriter. A sheet of paper is loaded and partly done. It appears to be late evening outside and slightly dark and rainy. Okay, this is workable. Let's just do straight up night. It appears to be it is a rainy night. And the desk is only dimly lit by candlelight. I'll switch away from vintage style photography and do one more. Yeah, there's no sheet of paper. A sheet of paper is loaded into the typewriter. And already has some text on it. Okay, let's switch away from the vintage style photography and go to, they have a signature model. Yeah, the Leonardo signature. Let's use that. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so here, I'm going to go ahead and save this one. We'll download this one. Let me create a folder. Show in Finder, new folder, the love of typing. The love of typing. And let me just rename these by their scene number, scene 1. Okay, here's scene 1. Okay, let's go on to scene 2. Change scene to the hands collecting papers. So here's the issue, is that between prompts, I want to maintain character, which is what makes this tricky. Unless I create the character and then I do image-to-image prompting. Does that make sense? But here we can see, maybe I can just use a similar prompt. Nope, I didn't mean to submit that, darn. I meant to do Shift-Enter and I thought it would create a line break, but it didn't. A scene in the 1930s, and the vibe is reminiscent of The Great Gatsby. A man loads a neat stack of papers into a briefcase. And let's say a man, so now I need to like describe what he's wearing, right? A man with an auburn suit. A man in an auburn suit. Loads a neat stack of papers into a briefcase in the loft of his home. Why are there 2 people in these? A man in an auburn suit is placing a thick and well organized set of papers into a briefcase in the loft of his home. Part of me wants to say moderate close-up or like medium close-up. Is there a term for a medium close-up? Is there a term for a medium close-up photography picture? Would it just be a portrait? Oh, there you go. There's a medium close-up. All these pictures have, there is only one person in the scene. There's only one person in the scene. The scene is colored, not black, not grayscale. You know what? I don't mind if it's grayscale, as long as we toggle back and forth. I don't want the whole movie to be grayscale. There's only one person in the scene. The scene is a medium close-up image. I'm streaming, just so you know. Your guide enjoy? It's in 10 minutes.
Oh, no, I thought you said 9.
So I told it there's only one person in the scene, and now there's like more people in the scene. A man in an auburn suit is alone in his loft. he is placing a thick and well-organized set of papers into a briefcase. Another thing I could do is I could like just crop, right? See what we get next. It's like pretty. Yes, this is what I want to see. Hell yeah, dude. So you're the dude. Welcome, dude. What is this? Oh, that's the ninja, I think. Yeah, that's from like a previous sort of session. I'll rename that. Rename. Coding ninja. And then this, we can go over to Leonardo AI. And this is, whoa. Oh no, this is something else. This is a different thing I did. I made like laptop stickers, so that was fun. It's another thing this is good for. I think this is, yeah, the Scene Vibe 1 it's called. The Scene Vibe 1. It is definitely crushing the Great Gatsby vibe. So let's give it that, right? Cool, we're on to scene 2. All right, what is scene 3? Scene 3, change scene to the man walking quickly outside with an umbrella overhead. You can see a stormy beach. Oh, did I stop making it rainy outside? You know what? It still looks like it could pass for rainy because the windows are foggy enough. I love it. I should be more specific in my prompts though. Change scene to the man walking quickly outside with an umbrella overhead. A scene in the 1930s, and the scene vibe is reminiscent of The Great Gatsby. Let's do this one over here with Gen 2. See if we can get one of these video clips in. I don't know how long this is going to take to process. I wonder if it's allowing me to put up this image because of the text to image feature. So let me drop scene 2 in there, and maybe it will be able to associate that picture is this character. A scene is in the night. Yeah, so it should say the scene, right? The scene is in the 1930s, and the scene vibe is reminiscent of The Great Gatsby. A man in an auburn suit is okay. So a man in an auburn suit is walking down the sidewalk in front of a row of vintage homes. I wonder if I should leave out the word vintage and it'll know that because it's the 1930s, it'll like know that stuff. I don't know, but I'm not going to take any chances. I don't know. Whatever. Let's leave it. If it comes out terrible, I'll remove the word vintage next time. Is walking in front of a row of vintage homes. On the other side of the road, there is a beach and a man in an auburn suit is walking up. Is walking up a sidewalk in front of a row of vintage homes. On the left side of the road is walking up the right side of a road using a sidewalk in front of a row of vintage homes. A man in an auburn suit is walking up the right side of a road using a sidewalk in front of a row of vintage homes. On the left side of the road, there is a beach and a train station can be seen in the distance. There are it is raining. There are typewriters. It's gonna limit my text. I want there to be typewriters on the beach. The scene Oh, it's so close. There are typewriters on the beach. What if I just say A? A typewriter is on the beach. A typewriter's on the beach. Okay, looks like we're only going to get one. Ship it. Let me look at these settings before I ship it. Smooth out your frames. I don't care. Automatically enhance video resolution, may slightly change time. Nah. Ship it. Okay, we got to 12% there. We'll see. It's going to be right on the line. I got 2 or 3 more minutes here. Walking on the sidewalk in front of homes opposite the beach. That's an excellent rewording. Thank you. I already shipped it, but thank you for the suggestion. Okay, let's proceed to scene. What would it be then? 4? Oh, that they are misnumbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. By the way, this guy is Playwright. So Playwright is a technical tool that you can use in Python or TypeScript. So that's one of the Easter eggs. So he's using TypeScript and he is Playwright, you see? And the joke about the typewriter on the beach is that it is C, like the programming language C, which is already typed. So the video is all about TypeScript envy, but meanwhile, the very first scene and the very last scene, it's like, oh, C had types all along, right? And it's like the ocean. It's like the... What are you doing here? We're making a movie about programming. Oh, is it done already? Hack and hack. Yo, look at this guy. This guy's a fly boy. What's up, AskJeeves.com? What's up, Jenkins? Y'all know about Jenkins pipelines, right? This guy is straight up Jenkins over here. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, I think it's not outside. I think I will be able to use it at some point. Maybe this is like he's like exiting his loft or something. Oh well, I think I'll get a few tries with this little generator here. How many credits do I have? 201 seconds. Yeah, I don't know. I got the Pro one. I guess it refreshes monthly. That's, yeah, kind of expensive. All right. Thanks for joining. See you next time.